In chapter 12, he pieces out on Sarai. And then in chapter 20 of Genesis, we got this whole situation going on again. And it's like, did you not just learn your lesson? And so a lot of times, unless we get down to our brokenness, to our childhood wounds and trauma, right, and dysfunctional patterns of behavior, we're right back to where we started. And just to remind you, point number 3 for the third way you know how that you have, point number 3, the third way that you know you have the residue of a lot is when you're faced with a spirit of fear, you resort to multi-generational / intergenerational trauma and dysfunctional patterns of behavior. You use your family, your friends, your loved ones, your pets, anybody that you can for protection, and you're throwing them under the bus, right? And how do we know this is happening? Well, last week, right? When we talked about a few weeks ago, we talked about Lot and how Lot threw his daughters, his virgin daughters, under the bus. Lot threw them under the bus. And it just didn't make any sense of what he did with them. He got fearful, thought the men were going to, which they were probably going to pull him out. They wanted to go ahead and do their thing with the angels. And so instead of in a moment of like the heat of passion, so to speak, and fear, Lot's like, oh, here, you can have my virgin daughters. And here, these daughters were engaged. So he didn't care about their, not only did he not care about his daughters, he didn't even care about their fiancés. I mean, who goes and does some stuff like that to protect themselves? He's their father, and he's the first man that should have been showing them how men are supposed to operate. And so it's like there's no wonder that they did what it was that they did when